Welcome to Week 16 matchup of the week. I have Irrelevant on. I have Commander HINC. How y'all doing today?
I'm great, man. I'm solid.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm needing. I was trying to wait for the timing of it. Like it messed me up, but yeah, I'm doing fine. Here to do this interview. Let's go.
All right, well let's get started. Get into the business. First, I want to start with you, Dub. You had a trade that went through a little bit before the trade deadline. You brought in the fifth-year big man, Christian Wood. He's coming off a high ankle sprain, but in the last 11 games that he's played for you, he's averaging 19.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, 1.6 three-pointers made at 32%. Is he giving you the production that you were hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, well, yes and no. I was hoping for a little bit more, which I think he was doing. I think he'll get back to once he gets a little bit more settled in. I mean, it was kind of a risky thing anyway, just because I don't like really taking people where the team's not really knowing what they're doing, but he seemed to be getting his numbers regardless. And so I was like, I'm going to take a gamble on him, flip Fred for him, which at the time I did because LaMelo was healthy. So LaMelo going out really changed that for me. So that kind of backfired. But to answer your question, yeah, I'm getting good value out of Wood, and I think it'll increase as time progresses.
So Chase, you had a big trade yourself. You had to get off of Anthony Davis, and it was kind of like one of those NBA trades where to unload off of the bad salary, you had to add a little sweetener into it. So you gave up Ja Morant and AD to bring in Andre Drummond. How are you feeling about that, and how did that trade go down?
Well, at first, when I really needed to take effect, I forget who I was playing. I think I was playing Ronaldo last week, and I needed him to come back and, at least give me something to make me competitive. Of course, this nigga loses a fucking toenail, and now I lose that match. And so now he's back playing like his normal self, even though the day was not stellar. He got 3 points, but he did give me 10 boards. I already can't get too mad. Other than that, like I said, I did have to add a little sweetener, but at the same time, Ja Morant wasn't really playing that well to where I feel like I just was taking a super L on him. His three-point percentage is bad. His free throws were bad. His field goal percentage is bad. His assists were straight. But other than that, he wasn't really helping my team. So I figured I can supplement those assists somewhere else. So, and it was now or never for me. The playoffs is not a realistic conversation anymore. So from here on out, just stay in the league.
Well, you are putting in a lot of effort right now. I did see that you just dropped Victor Oladipo. So it looks like you're trying to take up this matchup seriously. Really, you need like a 9-4 at the very least to make up this 5-game deficit that you in. Do you feel confident in your ability to try to get a big blowout against Irrelevant this week?
If anybody's team is as bad as mine right now, I think it's Dub. So I think I have a solid chance. I'm hoping for the best. It's 9-4 right now. I mean, shit talking at this point in the game it would be like, just overkill. So I'm just gonna try to be humble, play my best, leave it on the floor, and hopefully I'll still be commissioner next season.
Well, Dub, I don't want to hear anything about being humble. Starting back in 2014, you sparked a rivalry with Chase, basically changing your name to Chase is my bitch too. After Burn beat him, he changed his name to Chase is my bitch. You changed your name to Chase is my bitch after you beat him, because you had a matchup against him in week 2 and then another matchup in week 15, and that's when you changed your team name. But over a 6-year period, so from 2014 to 2019, you have faced Chase 11 times, and you have won that matchup 10 of those times for an overall record of 86, 54, and 3, and that's a winning percentage of 61.2%. So why do you take this matchup so seriously? What is it about Chase that really just irks you and makes you want to beat up on him?
I don't know. It's just You know me, man. I do shit for shits and giggles. So I know he be locked in, man. He be spending hours and hours and hours on the shit. So initially it was to prove a point, like, bro, it don't matter how much time you really spend on the shit. Like, if you know hoop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can, if you put some time in, you can figure the shit out and get it done. So really, it was about proving that point, and then it just became, fun, you know. So, I mean, it dates back to college when I was like, man, this nigga Shane just as quiet as a mouse. He just cool as a cucumber all the time. Huh? Never gets mad, never raises his voice, never yells. So I took it upon myself to get him to raise his voice and accomplish my goal. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's fun. And then once he started getting bothered by it, then it really became that much more fun. So, and that one, mind you, can we put Fluke by the one? That's not even a legitimate W out here.
So Chase, let's talk about that W that you had against Dub in week 3 of this year. You beat them in a close matchup, 7-5-1. As you can see here, you guys were basically tied in the field goal percentage. And I remember that week well because Dub was pissed off because of a postponed game in Boston. But it was important to you because you made a post about it. So how did it feel to get that monkey off your back?
I mean, like, these wins that Dub has, like, they're meritless to me. Like, they're luck. Like, you know, they said the sun shines on a dog's ass. Well, the shines on his ass once a year. Every year he plays me. Like, it don't shine no other time but the time he plays me.
Hey, we play 2 times a year, sir.
Hey,
get your facts straight.
I don't care. The last whatever years and you be winning. Like, I've gone to championships and this nigga don't make playoffs, but he beats me. Like, I'm in Super Bowl, so I don't know what it is.
What championships you got? What championships you got?
I said I've been there, sir. I said I've been there. I didn't say I won.
I'm pretty sure I was in the playoffs the same year you made the championship.
Hey, man, look, I got further. Is the point. I'm consistently a better player than this guy.
We had the same amount to show for. Hey, Eddie, pull up the league manager comparison. Pull up the league manager comparison.
I win that all day.
We can fact check this real quick. Hold on. We can fact check this real quick.
He still decided to interrupt me, Eddie. I feel like I'm getting played out here. I didn't interrupt this time.
Hold on a second here. Let me
disrespect out here is getting a little excessive.
Let me look at the historical rankings real quick. I got a little spreadsheet, make it easy for everybody. Hold on.
I don't care about those rankings, Eddie. We know who the better player is.
Well, I mean, the stats.
Do we know who the better player is, or do we know who's wastes more time on fantasy? Because clearly you're wasting time. You have nothing to show for all the time you've spent.
Hey, Stevie J.
There's a guy doing an interview about who's coming in last place.
You do have a better historical ranking than irrelevant Stevie J's. Not Stevie J's Commander now. So
hey, do you have a sheet with the labor hours?
What else you want?
Do you have the labor hours statistic that we can put on there to balance this data out?
But I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a gap because if you look at his average finish, it's basically almost 8, and your average finish is 8.5, so 9. So it's about a two gap ranking difference. So it's not really that big of an average finish.
And I have so much more stories to tell about the shit I did with my family and friends and stuff too. So that's even more of a bonus for me.
Every Vegas trip that happened on fantasy, I was there with you. So don't do that.
Every day what? Every day what?
Every Vegas trip that happened on fantasy, I was there with you. So don't do that.
Okay, so we share those stories. I'm talking about in addition to, my brother.
Yeah, I got stories too.
Dub, I want to bring it back to you because you said something about
how you gonna go after him when he interrupted my whole answer. Like the whole answer was interrupted. He go back.
Let Chase finish your answer. Finish your answer.
Go ahead, Chase.
No, go to him.
Yeah, forgot the shit now.
Yeah, I sure did.
Well, look, you had talked about making the trade because you had LaMelo Ball in your roster, bringing in Christian Wood. But I will say that somebody is very upset with you, and that's CRM, COVID robbed me. he's upset that you still have LaMelo Ball on your team and that you're disrespecting the game. Are you nervous that there will be some foolery in week 17 to give Chase a blowout win to maybe surpass you in the standings because you're quote unquote disrespecting the game? And why are you holding on to LaMelo Ball since he's out for so long anyways?
Why is it disrespecting the game that I'm holding on to him? I don't understand why that's disrespectful.
Because you need wins. You on that boat to get rotated out, and you acting like you could just hold on to people that are.
I mean, listen,
hey man, hold on, LaMelo Ball. Listen to them.
That extra spot ain't going to make the difference. I'm not gonna cut him. I'm holding on to him to the whole season, man. You know, I do shit for my own personal reasons. I don't got to do nothing with fantasy, man. So, yeah, he another nigga that was on my team that got hurt like everybody else during the season. So, but I like him and I'm gonna hold on to him. So, no, I don't. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they tricked the league up, but I still think Chase could be the commissioner even when he gets rotated out. So, I mean, I still think there's ways to do that, but hey, you know, either way, I'm here to not get rotated out at this point because my, you know, fucking shit. COVID robbed me too, nigga. That's my that's what my team name means. Shit. Period. COVID robbed me too, nigga. Oh yeah, y'all can't see my mouse, but that's what it means.
I got you. I highlight you right here. I highlight you.
Yeah. Appreciate that, family. Appreciate that.
So Chase, how do you feel about that? There is a lot of talk in the league about you possibly still being the commissioner, even if you're rotated out the league. Would you be willing to do that?
I mean, for the sake of the league, I would, but I wouldn't necessarily like it. I mean, if I'm managing a team with Burn, like, how far are we going to get? Burn's not going to listen to me. I mean, I just be like a unbiased commissioner. Like, you have to, like, you know, text me your trades and then I post them to somebody else. Like, this seems like a big hassle, but, you know, for the league, I'll be down. But other than that, you know, I don't plan on getting voted out, first of all. So I don't think that's going to be my problem. It's going to be his Doe's problem trying to get in contact with me after a year, trying to get back into the league, hoping that Sid has quit by then.
I see you all the time, man. And first of all, and then also, you're not managing. By the way, you're not managing with Burn. You're just gonna have access to manage the league. You ain't gonna be able to do shit with the team. That's Burn's team. You're a chipmunk.
On those grounds alone,
you're a chipmunk.
I own Burn and like physically and all that with the football thing. I can't.
That's different. This is a whole different sport, and it's fantasy. It's a whole different sport, and it's fantasy.
I can't in good conscience give Burn that kind of power over me.
This nigga's so high, he got headphones on, but putting the phone close to his mouth.
Yeah,
the microphone's down here, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I think he's just trying to cope with the reality of what's going on in the league right now. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't mad at you. Oh, it's getting chippy.
It's tough out here for him. It's tough out here for him. So, Dub, I wanna go back to you again. So he was on a hot streak last week. Dropped 20, 25, then a 50 spot, had 53, then 28. So for the week, he averaged 31.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.5 3-pointers made at 39%. He's only playing 3 games this week. Who are you planning to lean on this week to try to give you that victory you need to put some space in between you and Chase, just in case any type of injury happens in week 17?
I don't have enough consistency to lean on anybody, man. I got look, see, Kelly Oubre not even playing, man. His wrist hurt, man.
Maybe Al Horford.
This nigga not even on the team. Get out of here.
Maybe LaMelo will do it.
Let's see here. Hey, what do you have to show for all your work? Hey, Chase, happy birthday, Chase.
Chase ain't worried about us.
Yeah, all right, go back. Listen, man, I don't know. Joe Harris ain't been the same Joe that he's been most of the season. LaMelo, I mean, not LaMelo. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's gonna be. I already looked at the week. It's gonna be a rough week. So you see, I got like 3 to 4 rotation spots at this point on the team. So yeah, I don't have one person to necessarily lean on. I don't. Tatum's the guy. If he don't, I mean, he got to get 50 spots all week. And now, and the thing is, I think Tatum's biggest thing is his mentality, because I think he get in his head too much, and that's why he's not putting a complete game together. But everything's there. It's like he'll go off for 50, but then he got 2 assists, or he'll get 12 assists, then he only got 18, and the field goal percentage is poor. So there's just consistency with putting a complete game together. Holistically, the numbers look good, right? Because they average out. But I think on a game-to-game basis, I think if he were consistently hitting those numbers, that it would be more impactful.
Chase, you're leaning on Marcus Morris. He's been hot the last couple of days.
I wouldn't say I'm leaning on. That's a strong statement, but okay.
Well, he's been playing well. Marquise Morris, he's been playing well the last few games for you. As a Laker fan to have him. Your boy Dylan Brooks, that you always seem to get on your roster. I know you got a love-hate relationship with him. He's been hot the last week. How you feeling about your complement? Right now, you don't really have a lead player either. I guess your lead player might be Capella or Zach. Well, Zach LaVine ain't really been playing that well lately. He kind of been underperforming. So who are you kind of leaning on, hoping that's really going to perform this week to help get you the win you need?
First of all, you know Zach LaVine at 50 the other day, right? Like 39 in the first half.
Yeah, but I'll put it this way: the 5-6 games that they played, maybe.
I mean, I think it's them trying to implement Vucevic, so that probably has something to do with it to some extent. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to lead on my guys like I've been all year. I mean, had Anthony Davis been healthy all year, I don't think we're having this conversation. I think we're having a very different conversation about my championship belt. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So now we're talking about me holding on to get dope out this league. I mean, like I said, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I'm leading my guys, leading on Zach LaVine, leading on Drummond, leading on Capella, leading on let's hope Dylan Brooks can be somebody this week. This is his last year on my team ever, just to let you know. So hope he enjoys his time. You know, that I've hit a few good lucky streaks with the Morris guys, and who else? You know, every now and then I get a Jay Sean Tate played well for me. Kelly Olynyk's playing really well right now. He's a good pickup, so I can't drop him. Bertans is playing okay. Then he started tricking off games and getting hurt, and so I had to let him go. Had to let Oladipo go because, like, at this point, like you said, playoffs not an option. It's about staying in the league. So I'm balls to the wall till the season's end, trying to stay in the league.
All right, well, I appreciate the effort, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate y'all taking out time to talk about your matchup. Chase, I want to start with one last moment to address the league. Say anything you want to say about anything going on, team, about plays up this week.
I'm just gonna let you guys know that I will not go quietly into the win. I will fight. I will fight now, tomorrow, and the rest of these next 2 weeks to stay in this league because I don't have nothing else to do. It's working this. So you're gonna get 100% effort from me from now on out. And if it's that Douglas Spence, even better, because then it's a little more sweet.
Doug, so hey, you got the floor now. Anything that you want to say, address the league, anything you have to say?
Jason's fight doesn't scare me because he always fights. You see where he's at. So hey, but listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the pandemic, fuck the police. They got 2 of my guys postponed today, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, they ruining my shit, man. You know, Dice got him a win earlier in the league, earlier in the year. With a little partner Fluke was on the team. So hopefully Fluke don't come through this week too. But it looked like he's showing his head early, postponements. But rest of the league, I don't know, man. The pandemic, man, just really throwing shit off. I hope we could all get back to our duties. I'd like to do the going fishing again, but I ain't got no material because don't nobody say shit. So I think that's all I gotta say.
I'm hoping to have more matches.
Hey, mute Shane. Why you gonna unmute when it ain't your turn? We can't hear him.
I was gonna talk.
Oh.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm hoping that the matchup of the week will help stimulate a little bit of trash talk in the league because, like you said, we haven't had as much trash talk in the league the last few years. So just trying to bring some of that back. So I do appreciate both of y'all getting on the call. Chase, but go ahead. I'll let you say what you have to say.
Oh man, I don't even remember what it was. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate y'all time again, man. Thank y'all for stopping by.
Invest in Top Shot.
Happy birthday to my son. He turned 3 today.
Turn up, Chase Jr.
Yes,
Keeping
sir.
him alive for 3 years, boy.
Yeah, we're doing all right out here.